Imagine standing at the edge of a quiet lake just before dawn. The surface is still untouched, the air crisp, and the world holding its breath. In that silence, there is a magnetism, not through effort, not through striving, but simply because the water is undisturbed. What if your life could be like that lake? What if your presence, your decisions, and your influence could accrue not through aggression or force, but through a gentle, unshakable, calm detachment? In the writings of Niccolo Machiavelli, we often find the image of the bold leader, the strategist dominating terrain and people. But beneath the surface of his famous work lies a subtler wisdom, a power that flows not from visible exertion, but from inner clarity and freedom. In everyday life, we chase things: approval, outcomes, validation, objects, and relationships. We push, we strain, we expect, we worry. And in the chase, we leak energy. We tie our self-worth to results. We lose the quiet center within. What if the true strategy is the reverse? What if by stepping back, by detaching from the immediate need, by becoming indifferent to the outcome, we create space for the world to move toward us? We become like the still lake, calm, expansive, and magnetic, because we are not leashed to the result, we are anchored in the source. Today, we explore master detachment. We will draw from Machiavelli's psychology and reinterpret it through the lens of personal growth and Stoic thought. We will see 6 key facets: how detachment forms the basis of influence, resilience, clarity, and authentic growth. This is not about being cold or aloof. It is about being free, free from outcome enslavement, free from emotional over-attachment, free to act from purpose, not from need. If you are ready to shift from chasing the world to allowing the world to respond to your inner state, to become the quiet center around which things gravitate, then stay with me. Let's begin. Number 1, recognize what you're chasing. Ask yourself honestly, what am I seeking? Approval, attention, outcomes, or escape? This simple but profound question exposes the subtle roots of attachment. When your energy is anchored to something external, your peace depends on forces beyond your control. You become like a leaf caught in the wind, swayed by every compliment, rejection, or result. Machiavelli, in The Prince, warned rulers to understand the motivations of people and the unpredictable flow of fortune. Applied inwardly, this wisdom becomes psychological gold. Understand what drives your pursuits. Every chase in life, whether for success, validation, or affection, stems from an inner hunger. When you identify the source of that hunger, you begin to reclaim your power. Imagine this: you constantly seek praise at work, hinging your sense of worth on compliments from your boss. The day you receive recognition, you feel invincible. The day you don't, your confidence crumbles. The variable is external approval, not your inherent effort. But the moment you pause and acknowledge, I am seeking approval, something shifts. Awareness detaches you from dependency. You can still strive, still produce excellence, but no longer need the applause to validate it. This is not passivity, it is freedom. Detachment, as understood in psychology and Stoic philosophy, doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. Modern neuroscience supports this idea. Studies show that dopamine, the brain's reward chemical, spikes when we anticipate validation. This anticipation loop, refreshing notifications, waiting for praise, chasing goals, is what fuels anxiety and burnout. Detachment breaks that loop. When your motivation comes from within, Driven by values, not vanity, you shift from reactive to centered. You move from being controlled by outcomes to being guided by principles. A simple practice helps. Take a notebook and write down your top 3 pursuits from the past week. Maybe it's closing a deal, posting on social media, or impressing someone you admire. Which of these disturbed your peace? Which made you feel rushed, restless, or reactive? Those are signs of attachment. Next to each, write the truth you've been avoiding. I wanted approval. I wanted control. I wanted escape. Don't judge it. Just see it. Awareness itself begins the detachment process. Over time, you'll find that your energy becomes less erratic, your emotions steadier, and your confidence more rooted. When you understand your own motivations as clearly as Machiavelli studied the motives of others, you stop being manipulated by them, you master detachment, and everything begins to chase you. Number 2, anchor in process, not outcome. Machiavelli's concept of virtue teaches us to focus on mastery, adaptability, and self-discipline rather than relying on fortuna, which represents luck and external forces beyond our control. In The Prince, he explains that while luck may determine half of life's outcomes, the other half depends on one's ability to adapt, strategize, and respond wisely to changing circumstances. This is a profound psychological and philosophical lesson. Life rewards not the one who waits for favorable winds, but the one who learns how to sail through storms. Modern psychology echoes this idea through the concept of an internal locus of control, the belief that success and fulfillment stem from personal effort, skill, and mindset rather than mere chance. People who cultivate virtue develop emotional intelligence, resilience, and the ability to act purposefully, even when results are uncertain. Think about preparing for a presentation. A person who clings to fortuna might anxiously worry about whether others will applaud, approve, or criticize. Their confidence fluctuates with external validation. But a person guided by virtù focuses instead on clarity, preparation, and authenticity, delivering their message aligned with their values. Whether they receive applause or silence becomes irrelevant because their fulfillment arises from having given their best. This mindset not only reduces anxiety but also strengthens inner peace and confidence, creating a quiet form of power that cannot be taken away. In everyday life, this philosophy transforms how you approach work, relationships, and personal growth. When you detach from uncontrollable outcomes, you conserve emotional energy and gain mental clarity. Instead of being reactive to praise or rejection, you become proactive, acting with integrity, adapting to challenges, and maintaining composure under pressure. This detachment isn't indifference, it's emotional mastery. It's the calm awareness that you cannot control others' opinions or life's random turns, but you can always control your intention, effort, and response. To apply this, pick one project or goal and shift your mindset. I will give my best effort, but I do not own the outcome. Notice how this simple declaration changes your internal state. The stress of needing to win transforms into the satisfaction of creating with purpose. You become more creative, more grounded, and more effective because you've moved from chasing fortune to embodying virtue. This is where true freedom and influence lie, not in controlling life, but in mastering yourself. Number 3, cultivate internal sovereignty. In Machiavelli's philosophy, the ideal prince must appear as though he is independent of fortune's favor, not a pawn of luck, but a master of himself. This is more than political strategy. It is psychological sovereignty. In modern psychology, This concept parallels what is known as the inner locus of control, the belief that one's life is primarily shaped by internal decisions and attitudes rather than external forces. Stoic philosophy echoes the same truth. Peace and power belong to those who do not hinge their emotions on circumstances. When your sense of calm, worth, or direction depends on the ever-changing tides of the world, you become a prisoner to fortune. Detachment, then, is not indifference. It is freedom. It means claiming your inner throne, where your emotional state is dictated by your conscious response, not by the chaos around you. Imagine being criticized in public. The natural impulse might be to react, defend, or absorb that opinion as a reflection of yourself. But the Machiavellian mind and the Stoic heart both know this. Their opinion is their projection, not your identity. Psychology tells us that much of human judgment is filtered through bias and personal insecurity. Cognitive distortions like projection, confirmation bias, and fundamental attribution error shape how others see you, meaning their view is more about them than you. Recognizing this truth allows you to detach, not out of arrogance, but out of awareness. You begin to see that your peace does not have to be held hostage by someone else's emotional weather. Detachment is not about walking away from life. It's about walking through it with composure. Neuroscience even supports this practice. Mindfulness and emotional regulation activate the prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for decision-making and calm reasoning, while reducing activity in the amygdala, which governs emotional reactivity. Each time you pause before reacting, you strengthen your inner control. When you encounter criticism, rejection, or chaos this week, pause and ask, is this within my control? If not, let it go. If yes, take the right action, but release the obsession with how things must turn out. This mental flexibility is the essence of detachment, a balance between responsibility and surrender. Machiavelli might call it strategy, the Stoics, virtue, and psychology, emotional intelligence, but at its core, it is one thing: mastery of the self. Number 4, use presence instead of push. We often try to control outcomes, pushing for recognition, forcing progress, and rushing results. But as Machiavelli observed, power is rarely found in force. It's found in timing, perception, and restraint. The ability to pause, observe, and act with deliberate subtlety is far more potent than reacting impulsively. This principle reflects the art of detachment, a concept often misunderstood as indifference, when in truth it's a higher form of engagement. Detachment allows presence. When you are detached, you're no longer enslaved by outcomes or validation. You act not to prove, but to express. This calm, centered state creates a magnetic energy that draws people, opportunities, and success toward you naturally. Psychology backs this up. Humans are wired to be attracted to those who appear confident and self-assured. When you're not seeking approval, your brain emits fewer stress signals, your body language relaxes, and your communication becomes more grounded. This makes you appear more trustworthy, more in control, and more compelling. Consider relationships. The moment you stop chasing love, you begin to embody it. You live fully, pursue your interests, and cultivate inner peace. That quiet confidence becomes your most attractive quality. People sense your composure, your calmness in a noisy world, and they're drawn to it like moths to a flame. Machiavelli would call this playing the long game. Instead of demanding affection or attention, you master the art of patience and self-command. You let time, perception, and behavior work for you. The same approach applies to ambition. When you detach from the desperate need for recognition, your focus shifts from external validation to internal mastery. You perform better, think clearer, and build momentum that feels effortless. Ironically, it's when you stop chasing results that they begin to appear. Try it in something small. During a conversation this week, resist the urge to dominate or steer the dialogue. Simply listen. Observe the rhythm of words, the pauses, and what's left unsaid. Let the moment unfold on its own. You'll find that people open up more deeply when they don't feel managed or controlled. In that stillness, your presence speaks louder than your words. Detachment doesn't mean walking away. It means walking in with grace. It's the quiet mastery of knowing when to act, when to wait, and when to let things breathe. And in that balance, your calm becomes magnetic, your silence powerful, and your influence undeniable. Number 5, accept impermanence and let go. Machiavelli understood one of life's oldest truths. Fortune shifts like the wind. No matter how much we plan, control, or strategize, external circumstances can change overnight. The Stoics, too, echoed this idea. They taught that everything in life is transient. Power, wealth, relationships, even suffering. Detachment in this sense isn't about indifference or emotional numbness. It's about inner freedom. It's the ability to stand calmly in the middle of chaos, to care deeply, yet not cling desperately. When we recognize impermanence as a natural law of life, we stop fearing loss and start flowing with change. This isn't passive surrender, it's active awareness. You begin to see that what leaves your life often makes room for what's meant to arrive. Take, for example, losing a job. The initial shock can trigger fear, ego collapse, and a flood of self-doubt. But if you pause and step back, you realize something profound. Your worth was never tied to a position. That role, like everything else, was temporary. Your identity is far more expansive than a title or paycheck. History itself supports this wisdom. The philosopher Seneca, one of Rome's wealthiest men, lost his fortune more than once. Yet he famously wrote, "He who loses wealth loses nothing if he possesses himself." That's the essence of detachment, understanding that your true security lies not in possessions or status, but in self-mastery. To apply this, reflect on a time in your life when you resisted change. Maybe a breakup, a failed plan, or an unexpected setback. Remember how tightly you held on, and how exhausting it was. All that mental resistance was energy trapped in fear. Now imagine releasing that grip, letting things be as they are. Feel the lightness that comes with acceptance. This is where transformation begins. The moment you stop fighting impermanence, you discover peace that cannot be taken from you. The Stoics called this apatheia. Not apathy, but emotional clarity, the ability to act wisely instead of reacting blindly. Machiavelli would agree. He believed fortune favors those who adapt, not those who cling. When you master detachment, you move through life with quiet power, flexible, observant, and unshaken by loss. You no longer chase control. Instead, you cultivate composure. And in that stillness, everything that truly belongs to you begins to find its way back. Number 6, grow through stillness, reactionless action. In stillness, you prepare. In quiet, you observe. This principle, deeply rooted in Machiavellian philosophy, reflects one of life's most strategic truths. Power grows in silence. Niccolo Machiavelli understood that timing is everything. The wise do not rush. They calculate. The powerful move without haste because they recognize that patience sharpens perception and amplifies influence. Acting calmly without desperation or the need for immediate results signals mastery over one's impulses, a trait that separates true leaders from the restless crowd. Psychologically, this mirrors the concept of delayed gratification, the ability to resist short-term rewards for long-term success. Studies show that those who cultivate patience often make better decisions, maintain emotional balance, and achieve greater success over time. This stillness is not idleness, it is focused waiting, the art of aligning preparation with opportunity. Imagine working quietly on a passion project, something meaningful that stirs your inner creativity. You pour consistent effort into it, day after day, without broadcasting your progress or seeking validation. Over time, something subtle happens. Your work begins to attract its own gravity. People notice. Opportunities appear. You didn't chase recognition. You grew into readiness. In psychological terms, this is known as effortless magnetism, a state where your calm confidence naturally draws alignment from the external world. The secret lies in detachment, focusing on growth, not outcome. When you no longer need validation, you begin to embody self-sufficiency, and that is when true power reveals itself. So choose one hidden goal. It might be learning a new skill, writing a book, or building something personal. Dedicate just 30 quiet minutes a day to it. Keep it private. As your inner discipline strengthens, your outer world will begin to shift, not by force, but through the invisible pull of calm, prepared energy, the Machiavellian way of quiet mastery. Detachment is not the absence of desire. It is freedom from needing the outcome. It is the still lake that draws without effort. As you practice this path, recognizing your pursuits, anchoring in process, claiming sovereignty, using presence, accepting impermanence, and allowing stillness, you'll witness a subtle shift, not loud triumphs but quiet gravity. Situations align, people and opportunities move toward you because you no longer chase them. Take this into your day. Let it imprint quietly. The deepest power often speaks in whispers. If you found value here, reflect, apply, and revisit. Let the seed of detachment grow in your mind. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay still, stay centered.